Now let's move on and talk about your boy. Man, oh man, let me take my sip of water. Let's talk about your boy Drizzy. Drake's rap career, is it over? Is Drake's rap career over? Now, why are you saying that, J Red? Well, the reason is because like I know, Drake has filed, he filed a petition to file a lawsuit on Universal Music Group. And I've been sitting back watching. I haven't been able to do my podcast because of the computer issues, but now that we're back, we're talking about it, right? I want people in the comment section to tell me how they feel about Drake's petition, his lawsuit petition. I think this is the corniest thing I've seen in hip hop. I think it's the lamest thing. And the reason I'm saying that is because Drake didn't grow up in our culture. Now, Drake is a phenomenal artist, one of the greatest of all time, no doubt. But you can't change the rules and you can't make hip hop what you want it to be because you didn't come from it. You didn't come from it. You're Canadian, right? So you filing this lawsuit is crying foul because if Kendrick Lamar would have lost this battle, do you think Drake would be filing any type of defamation lawsuit? Do you think he would be filing any lawsuit going in on his label? Do you think that would happen? So anybody who's justifying it, because it's really been irking my nerves to see Maul and Rory and academics and different people create these false narratives. Y'all stop it. Cut it out. This whole thing of Drake is suing Universal Music Group because he wants to help benefit other artists. He wants to fight for the artists. When the hell has Drake ever fought for anybody but himself? When it comes to the artist, he's featured on other people's stuff, but when has he ever said, you know what? People are using payola. People are using bots because these bots that he's talking about, this just hadn't been happening now with this whole Kendrick thing. This has been happening since streaming was created. Drake has benefited off of it just like everybody else. So for him to point this out and go at his label saying, hey, that's not fair. Y'all promoted this song, all this, Not Like Us was going to be a hit regardless and didn't need bots. What I feel like what happened, they saw the success that Not Like Us was already having. And did they probably do payola? And did they probably put extra money behind it? Yeah, probably, because that's what labels do. They've done it for Drake. They probably did it for back-to-back. Streaming was out back then, right? So this whole thing to where I've heard these narratives of Drake is in renegotiations with his label. That's not in the lawsuit. Drake himself has never said that. Drake has never said, hey, y'all, I'm in renegotiations and all. That's a lame narrative that academics and Maul are pushing to not make this look like an L and make it look bad. That's all that this is. This is ridiculous. This is not hip hop. Now, to play devil's advocate, would I want to be called a pedophile? Oh, no, absolutely not. I could understand how Drake feels with that, but you shouldn't have engaged in battle. And I heard Charlamagne say this the other day that if anybody wanted to file a defamation lawsuit, it could be Kendrick's fiance, Whitney. She was drugged into this and she's a civilian. But it's a lame move on Drake's part. And the reason I'm saying his rap career is over is because two reasons. One, he's lost any respect that he had hanging from the hip hop community. He's lost it. Now, to the pop world, maybe not. To white people, maybe not. But to the hip hop culture, the hip hop community, oh, I can tell you he lost all my respect. I thought Drake, despite him being light-skinned, despite him being Canadian, despite all the weak stuff that we say about him, he always stands up for himself in battles and does a good job overall. He takes shots at people. We may not like the way he does it, but when anybody's challenged him, he stuck up to the plate, right? But with this particular situation, he lost, and now he wants to cry foul. So from the hip-hop perspective, how can you respect somebody like that? And I don't want to hear that money talk, man. You're not a millionaire, so you don't know how millionaires are. Well, guess what? He became a millionaire from rap, and that's what we're talking about. So he already lost the community with that, the hip-hop crowd. I can't take his tough guy talk any serious. I can't take his music serious anymore, to be honest. Past music, yeah. New music, no. So he put a dent in his career right there. Also, number two, when you think about the whole aspect of him going at Universal, and I'm going to go in on that in a minute. Going at Universal Music Group is insane. Because if you're going at your label, because that's the parent company, him and Kendrick, if he's going at the label, how does he expect to have any promo or for them to even push anything of his any projects that he has, right? How can he expect that? And the reason I'm saying that is because that's the label, that's his distributor. They help promo Lucian and all them people, they help him out. So now that you're calling them out for illegal practices, that's what all the labels do. So you're going back and calling them out for something that's secretive that nobody's supposed to say. And you expect them to still want to work with you? And I mean, you're going to get blackballed from that. You know what I'm saying? Because you're calling out what all of them do. Everybody knows that. But it's benefited you, Drake. So I guess from my perspective, I'm looking at it like, okay, Drake probably knew that his career. See, when Kendrick defeated him, that didn't mean his career was over. It just meant that, hey, for this time being, it's not going to be what it used to be. Meaning that those songs that he just threw out there like that, they didn't stick because Kendrick is the MVP right now, right? Drake has been dominant for so long, but they want to hear other people now. They want to hear Kendrick Lamar. He has the wave. Drake has been stale, and I've said this numerous times. Drake, album-wise, has been stale since Views. Now, he's made good music since then, but his albums have really not been worth listening to for real, outside of Scorpion. But he's been stale, right? The last big notable song I can think of is like God's Plan, and that was Scorpion. But the thing is, going back to my 2 points, the hip-hop community ain't gonna take him serious no more because he looks corny. And the label isn't going to push him anymore. So that's why I feel like Drake's rap career is over. I think it's done. I think he knew that when he saw that he wasn't charting the same. The Sexy Red single didn't, like that You My Everything single didn't pick up like he wanted to. The No Face record, all the 100 gig stuff, it didn't pick up. And I think he's been afraid to really drop. You know, I think he's been afraid to do that because he doesn't want to look weak. You know what I'm saying? Now, I feel like if Drake put out an album today, yeah, it'll go number one. But will it be as high as it was? Because it's not cool to like Drake. So I guess what he did is just go kamikaze on everybody. Okay, y'all gonna do that to me? To me, I'm finna call out everybody. And I don't think that Universal did anything to try to sabotage Drake's career because they didn't want to give him more money. That's just a BS narrative to cope and make people like Maul and academics and Drake stans make them feel better about themselves. Because it's no matter what Kendrick, anything but Kendrick won the battle. Fair and square. Anything but Kendrick made the better music. Anything that Kendrick was better lyrically. Anything but that. You haven't heard none of them say that. You cannot like the songs, but you know that Kendrick overall did the better job than Drake. He was the better man. Get over it. I'm so tired of it. But me, man, like I said, I think that Drake would have been cool had he just stuck to his guns, maybe appeal to the hip hop crowd, the urban crowd that have always wanted. Me, I've always wanted just a Drake album pure of just hip hop. I didn't want a Drake album mixed with any pop music, all that stuff that he does. That's why I feel like he doesn't make good albums, especially hip hop albums. I've always wanted that for him. So, or from him rather. So I feel like he could have did that. He really could have did that, but he chose not to do it and go another route and be a hoe, as Charlemagne said. So yeah, thumbs down from me. And I don't respect Drake as far as the hip hop perspective of it. And I think that his rap career is done. And I think he knew that. And I said my 2 points. This isn't me hating. This is just you going at the label that's supposed to put your stuff out. And then you, what's my other point? Him going at the label and also him losing respect from the hip hop